Then come to seated towards the front of your chair. Perch on the sit bones. Close the eyes and focus on the breath. Slowing the breath, or first just focusing on the breath, not making any effort to change the breath. And just observe it. Observe how the breath is moving. Observe the flow of the breath from the moment it enters the nostril, swirls around the nasal cavities, passes down the throat, splits to the right and left lungs. Notice the ribs flaring out and the belly expanding. And then draw the belly back towards the spine as you exhale. Stack the spine. Think of each vertebrae like a block stacking on the next. Where our spine differs from that stack of blocks is the stack of blocks is not stable unless each of the blocks is perfectly aligned. Our spine is most stable when it's got curves to the front in the cervical and lumbar spine, and curves to the back of the body. In the thoracic spine and in the sacrum. Use the muscles to align the spine, and then let the spine carry all the weight of the upper body down through each of the vertebrae, through the keystone of the sacrum, through the arch of the pelvis, and into the left and right sit bones. Continue to deepen the breath. And now, having brought the focus to the breath, begin to even out the flow of the breath, matching the length of the inhale to the exhale. For those of you who practice Ujjayi breath, begin to constrict the back of the throat to make a gentle whispering sound when you inhale and exhale. And now let's begin to extend our exhale breath to be perhaps 50% or maybe even 100% longer than our inhale. Use your own internal count to match or to extend the exhale. Try to empty the lungs as completely as possible on your exhale breath. Take one more full round of the breath with an extended exhale. Take the arms to the side. Inhale the arms overhead and take the palms together and draw the hands back to heart center. Inhale up, draw back to heart center. And 3, inhale up, draw back to heart center. Find your blocks. Place the blocks adjacent to your ankles. Once again, inhale up, exhale, fold the upper body over the legs and bring the hands to rest on the blocks. This being our first forward fold, don't make it the deepest one. Just let the body get used to this forward folding motion by spending a few moments pressing the hands into the blocks and breathing the ribs into the thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Inhale up for 2. Exhale, once again, fold the upper body over the legs. This time, you can perhaps go a bit deeper, even taking the fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, come all the way up and return the hands to heart center. Once again, inhale up. And this time we're going to forward fold, but on the next inhale breath, we'll just rise up part way. So the hands come to about mid-calf and expand the calves into the resistance of the hands. So squeeze the calves together with the hands while pushing them apart with the muscles of the legs. Exhale, forward fold towards the floor. Inhale, come all the way up and draw the hands back to heart center. Let's take our 2 blocks, place one between the thighs, one between the calves. Squeeze everything into center. Even the weight on the right and left sit bone. Inhale the arms overhead and squeezing into center, exhale, forward, fold forward over the blocks. Rise part way up, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up and bring the hands back to heart center. I'm just going to make a little adjustment to the blocks just to sort of fit me a little bit better. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise part way, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up and come back to heart center. Let's take the 1 block now onto the floor between and press the big toes, the base of the big toe, press them into center. So we're squeezing the block with the toes, and maybe even think of stretching the block out and lifting the feet away from the floor and keep squeezing the legs or the toes in. Let's bring the block back onto the floor. Let's do the same thing now with the hands. Take the block out in front of us. Squeeze the block with both hands. In fact, let's do something we haven't done for a while. Let's take both blocks, line them up as perfectly as you can, and stretch them out towards me. Now, today I'm using my wooden blocks, so there's a big incentive not to drop them on my toes. Let's lift the blocks overhead and exhale them back, down. Let's keep the pressure on the blocks. Lift till you run into resistance for 2. Back down for 2. Lift for 3. I lost my concentration. Lift for 3. Down for 3. Lift for 4. Down for 4. 5. 5. And 6. And 6. And let's release the blocks back to the floor. Stretch the arms out towards the side of the room. And draw the shoulder blades down the back. So let's actually just rotate the palms forward. And you notice the shoulder blades are going to sort of rise up and come forward, and then rotate back. And notice the shoulder blades come flat onto the back. Bring the hands up, and let's cross the right arm over the left and hug the shoulders. Walk the fingertips onto the shoulder blades and direct the breath into that space between the shoulder blades in the upper back. Either continue to wrap the hands onto the shoulder blades or bring the palms or fingertips to and palm together. Take the arms a little higher if you're able. Keep drawing the shoulders down the back. And find that pattern of the breath once more. Unwind the arms. Stretch the arms out towards the side of the room once more. And now we took right over left. Let's take left over right. Whatever the opposite cross was. Walk the hands on and bring the hands up together. Breathe here. See if you can lift the elbows and maybe even move the hands slightly forward. Release and unwind. Roll the shoulders. Come back to center. Press the sit bones into the chair, seat of the chair. Rebound the weight all the way up to the top of the head and stretch the top of the head towards the ceiling. Inhale the hands overhead, interlace the fingers and bring the hands onto the top of the head and press the head upwards into the hands. With the hands here, bring them now to the back of the head and use the strength of the neck to resist the hands or to resist the head into the resistance of the hands. So press the head into the resistance of the hands and stretch the elbows out towards the side of the room. Release the right hand, take the left fingertips above the right ear and draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. But we're not pressing with the hand. We're just sort of letting it rest gently on the side of the head. And if you notice that you're pulling, that you're tugging with the hand, just take the fingertips away for a moment. Make sure you're not pulling with the hand. Stretch the right fingertips down towards the floor. And stretch the right side of the neck out. Release the left hand to the floor, bring the right hand, fingertips above the left ear, draw the right ear towards the right shoulder, stretch the left fingertips down towards the floor. And keep the spine in the vertical alignment to concentrate the effort of the stretch along the lateral plane of the body, along the sides of the body. Inhale, bring the head back to center, bring both arms together, interlace the fingers, hug the biceps into the ears, reach the upper body out of the pelvis, and exhale towards the right side, arcing the body like there was one of those big exercise balls down along the right side of the body, and you're curling the body over that exercise ball. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, go to the left side. Lift the body out of the pelvis. Stretch the right side of the body and use the muscles along the left side to contract and pull you down. Inhale, come back to center, and once more, go right. Reaching up and out. Inhale, come back to center, and go left. This time, as we return to center, release the hands, take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, bring the right hand behind you on the chair. And if you can snuggle the heel of the hand up towards the sacrum, let that right arm become almost like a second spine. Concentrate the effort of deepening the twist in the area core muscles rather than using the hands to lever you around deeper into the twist. Inhale here. Exhale, come through center. The right hand now comes to the outside of the left thigh. The left hand works in towards the sacrum as we twist now towards our right side. I'm sorry, our left side, twisting left. Okay, using the muscles of the core to deepen the twist. Inhale, come back to center, take the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the legs, and either bring the hands to the blocks at any height or let them come all the way down to the floor. Take one full breath, expanding the ribs and the belly into the thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. Take the hands onto the thighs, and we'll complete our warm-up of the spine by doing some cat-cow moves. So inhaling, and feel that string attached to the center of the sternum, lifting the sternum up towards the ceiling, but our head stays like we're still hugging that large orange or grapefruit into the notch of the collarbones. Exhale, roll to the back of the sit bones and gently round the spine towards the back of the chair. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. And think of each of the discs articulating over the next disc, circulating the synovial fluid, circulating, lubricating each of those joints, and rehydrating the discs of the spine. Let the next inhale bring you back to center. Stack the spine, starting from the sit bones all the way up to the top of the head. Interlace the fingers and take the leg around, or take the interlaced fingers around the right leg and draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Flex and point the toes of the right foot and circle the ankle first in one direction and then in the opposite direction. Keep drawing that in, and now press the shin into the resistance of the interlaced fingers, or if you're using a strap, do the same thing, only the strap is now substituting for the interlaced hands. Push, push, push. Use the strength of the legs and the strength of the arms to resist this movement. And then release. Take the hands onto the knee. Circle first in one direction, and then circle in the opposite direction. Release the ankle onto the opposite thigh. Check in with your perch on the sit bones. Stack the spine. Rock the right knee. And now resist and press the right knee into the right hand. Flex the toes in towards the shin. Strengthen the muscles of the legs and the arms, and then release and let go. Let's repeat that once more. Press, pressing down with the knee, resisting up with the hand, and release. Slide the right knee all the way across so the knees line up, or at least come close to lining up, or whatever position you can get. Squeeze the legs together. Stretch the arms out to the side so we have right leg over left, left arm over right, shoulder blades or hands, and breathe here. You might even fold the upper body over the legs to come into a chair eagle. Squeeze everything into center. Inhale, exhale, and unravel everything. Take the legs to hip distance apart and move the knees from side to side. Come back to center. This time we're going to take the fingers in the non-dominant interlace, go around the left knee, draw the left knee in towards the spine, and flex and point, and rotate the toes in one direction and rotate in the opposite direction. Release the left ankle onto the right thigh, curl the toes, flex the toes in towards the shin, support the left knee with the left hand, rock it, and then press. Use the resistance of the hand to counter the force of the leg as you press one into the next. And breathe. Slide the left knee across the right. Straight. Lengthen the spine. Work that leg as much as you can to wrap around the opposite thigh. Stretch the arms out. So we have left over right. Now we take right over left. Bring the hands together. Breathe here. And lift out and perhaps fold any amount over the legs. Breathe here and unravel. Take the legs about hip distance apart, or a bit wider than hip distance, and let the knees sway on one another. Final work we'll do to warm up the muscle or everything along the legs is we'll take our blocks, position them adjacent to the right calf, stretch the right foot out, and make sure you're right towards the front edge of the chair so you can use the muscles, use the hamstring muscles to press the foot into the floor. Draw the right or the left leg back as we extend the right leg. You can even bring a little pressure onto the left thigh to increase the stretch in the calf on the left side. Lengthen the spine, keep the spine nice and long, and you can either continue to rest the hands on the left thigh or take them to the blocks or perhaps even the floor as we stretch out over that extended right leg. The toes of the right foot are pointing towards the ceiling, flexing strongly in towards the shin. Reach around and check the muscles of the hamstrings to make sure they're fired up, that they're active and pressing the heel down into the floor. Keep extending and feel this stretch of the whole back line of the body gradually developing. Inhale, come all the way up, draw the right foot in, take it back behind the knee, and stretch the left foot now out in front. Begin with the hands on the right thigh to press the heel down towards the floor. And work slowly and gradually at that lengthening of the calf muscles. Those are muscles that get very, very tight for most of us. Our hands can perhaps come onto the blocks now. As we press the left heel into the floor, check to make sure the hamstring muscles are activated. Reach and fold. Reach. Firm up the muscles of the belly. Draw them back towards the spine and lift them slightly towards the lowest ribs and see if that allows you to deepen your stretch even a bit more. Inhale, come back to center. Our feet come back into center. Rise up out of the pelvis. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. And direct the breath into the belly to expand the belly and the lowest ribs into the thighs. Take one more full round of the breath here. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead. And exhale, let's draw the hands back to heart center. Just making sure we have some room here. Now, let's turn sideways and face towards the left side of our chair. Try and get that chair side thigh parallel with the back edge of the chair or the front edge, both of the edges of the chair. And let's bring the outside leg, the knee on the outside leg, try and bring it underneath the hip. Roll that outside hip forward. And now we're, instead of feeling a stretch in the back, all down the back line of the body, the stretch should have moved around into the quads, into that front of the body, into the front of the legs. Press the hips forward and raise the outside arm. And consider lifting the body out of the pelvis and arcing back towards the ceiling, looking up towards the ceiling. But again, not taking the neck too far back and stressing the neck. Exhale the hand down. If the toes were curled under, flip on to the top of the feet and stretch the front of the ankle now. Again, taking the rolling the hips forward, supporting the body with the chair, and lifting the outside arm up towards the sky. Breathe here. Release that outside arm. And now stretch that back leg back towards, away from the chair. and work that outside leg towards straight. Breathe here. Lift the outside arm. And perhaps you could even lift the body slightly away from the chair and maybe lift both arms into the air. Find your focal point, look forward. Reach the body out, come down, draw that back leg in, and let's come back through center and let the legs sway from side to side. Now let's turn in the opposite direction. Again, chair side leg supported, outside leg working towards being free of the chair. Bring the knee underneath the hip. See if you can roll that outside hip forward any amount. Keep the toes curled under. Breathe here. And now flip onto the top of the foot, stretching out the front of the ankles. Lift the outside arm. Perhaps lift the inside arm overhead as well. And maybe interlace the fingers here. And I know we didn't do this on the other side, so we're going to add it on this side. Just reach up and arc back towards the chair. Remember, that hand could still rest on the back of the chair, but the outside shoulder is drawing back rather than curling forward. So we're isolating the stretch in the lateral, in the sides of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Stretch that foot all the way back, working it towards straight. Curl the toes under. Roll the hip forward and see if we can lift both arms, maybe lift away from the chair. Stretch out here. And release, fold forward over the leg. Draw that back leg in. Come to center. And let the knees sway from side to side. Let's come back now. Let's come up to standing. And let's begin our standing work facing the back of the chair. So face the back of the chair and let's find our standing mountain pose. Feet about hip distance apart. Weight distributed on the three corners of the feet. So inner big toe, outer little toe mount, center of the heel. Create that firm foundation, lift up. Remember that squeezing in motion that we did with the blocks at the start of the class. Breathe here. Let's inhale the arms overhead and exhale, forward fold. Just place the hands on the back of the chair and work the body towards a right angle with the chair. Bend the knees to release strain in the lower back. Let's inhale, come up partway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead. As we exhale, the hands back to heart center. Let's place the hands on the back of the chair. Let's begin by stepping the right foot in towards the chair and draw that step the left foot back to a comfortable distance, a distance where you feel secure, where you feel you can spend some time in the pose to let the pose develop. Bend the front knee in towards the chair, keep the toes curled strongly under. Draw the tailbone down, scissor the right and left thighs together to create stability in the core. And let's see if we can lift 0, 1, or both arms away from the chair. Release both hands to the chair. Draw the right foot back to meet the left. Stretch the body out in downward dog. Breathe here. And now turn the left toes out. Step the right toes in. Or actually, this right foot is back, left foot is in. Oh, curled toe, I'm sorry, toes curled under, coming into runner's lunge. Bend the knee. Stretch the back leg. Work it towards straight. Take one or both hands away from the chair and find your focal point. Release the hands onto the chair. Step both feet back to meet. Stretch the body out in our chair down dog. Now let's once again turn the right toes out. This time the foot stays on the floor and step the front leg in for warrior one. Bend the knee in towards the chair. Draw the tailbone down towards the right heel and lift the arms overhead for warrior one. Keep the arms going, shoulders drawing down the back. Release the hands to the chair. Straighten the front leg. And now let's step that back foot in just a bit, maybe about half the distance it was back. Square the hips towards the chair. Inhale, reach the upper body out of the lower body and fold over the chair, either bringing your hands to the back of the chair or reaching over onto the seat of the chair, or taking the hands. You can step back a bit from the chair and take the hands down the leg towards the floor. Let's inhale, come all the way up. Step both feet into the chair. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, just rise part way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. Now, let's once again step that left foot in towards the chair and take the right foot way back this time. So we're going to set up for warrior two. So heel of the front leg of the chairside leg, that line coming out bisects the arch of the back foot, the heel, or the arch of on the foot at the back of the mat. Move the hips parallel to the side of the mat and swing the hips to the side, and either bring the hand to the back of the chair, onto the seat of the chair, or even reach down onto the leg Stretch the opposite arm up for triangle pose. Breathe here. Inhale, come up. Bend the chair side knee in towards the chair. Stretch the arms out. Look out over the middle finger for warrior two. Bend the chair side elbow, bring the elbow to the back of the chair or to the knee. Stretch the arm overhead for extended side angle. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Turn the feet sideways, so both feet are parallel. Fold forward over the crease of the hips and either bring the hands to the blocks or the floor. Lengthen spine. And let's inhale, come all the way up. Heel toe the feet back into center. And just before we move to the other side, just do one more bit of work here before we balance out the work we did in warrior two. So now take the feet slightly wider and allow the feet to angle out towards the side of the body or towards the side. So feet are pointing towards the side. Bend the knees. Try and align the thigh bones with the that line that runs from the base of the second toe to the center of the ankle. And let's lift the arms up into cactus position and see if we can deepen that this position or this posture any amount. Lift the right toes. Lift the left toes. And then see if we can come up onto the toes of both feet. Release the feet to the floor, straighten the legs, bring the feet back to center. And either turn around or move the chair to the opposite side for warrior two to complete our warrior two in this direction. So let's take the feet in underneath the chair. Stretch the other foot towards the back of the mat. Bend the chair side leg in. Deepen the pose. Lift the arms for warrior two. If you feel the body is coming forward, bring it back and center the weight over the hips and center it sort of this way and this way. Bend the chair side elbow, come to the back of the chair, the seat or to the knee. Or onto the floor. Release, lift the back heel, straighten the leg, lift. And let's step both feet in towards the chair. Come to standing mountain behind the chair. Did I forget to do some of the warrior one stuff on this side? Guess nobody remembers. I don't. Anyways, let's come back to center now. Let's do our tree. Let's do our tree pose before we come down for final relaxation. So press the chair side foot into the floor, lift the outside heel, bring the foot to the ankle, the calf, or perhaps today, hop onto the inner thigh, or not. Hug everything into the center line of the body. Find stability, lift the arms if it's available to you. And let's hold our tree pose. Reaching up to the sun. Bring the hands back to center. Release the hands down. Come off that leg. And let's switch to the opposite side. Press the chair side foot in. Lift the outside heel. Come to the ankle. Up onto the calf. Or up onto the inner thigh. Hands come to this heart center. Lift and open the branches of our tree. Draw the hands back to heart center. Release the leg. And let's come down to seated. So coming to seated, let's walk the legs into a V. Bring the blocks into the center of our V. We'll just give it people time to get settled here. Stack the weight of the upper body over the sit bones. Lift the arms overhead and exhale. Let's fold into the center of the V. Reach the arms out in front. And stretch forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead, and exhale the hands back to heart center. Walk the feet back to center. Let's turn the body sideways. So turn towards your left. Walk the legs out into a V. Inhale, take the outside arm overhead, and exhale, let's twist. Again, not relying on the strength of the arms to deepen the twist, using the strength of the core muscles to deepen the twist. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Let's shift the body to the opposite side. Again, legs in a V, supporting yourself on the back of the chair. Take the outside arm overhead. Exhale, twist towards the back of the chair. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Come back to center, grab a drink or any extra clothing or anything that you're going to need to stay comfortable during final relaxation. And take the first few moments here to get comfortable, get settled, to get the body ready for final relaxation. Slow down the breath. Let go of any control of the breath. So just let the breath find its own natural rhythm. Let the body be supported on the back of the chair. And bring the attention to the right foot. Allow the toes, the arch, and the heel of the right foot to completely relax. Breathe. The right foot is completely relaxed. Now move your attention to the right calf and the right shin, the right knee, the right thigh, the right quads, and the right hamstring. Allow the right calf, the right shin, the right knee, the right kneecap, the right thigh, the right quads, and the right hamstrings to completely relax. Breathe. The right shin, the right calf, the right knee, the right kneecap, the right quads, the right hamstrings, and the right thigh are completely relaxed. Come now to the right hip, to the right glutes, to the right side of the pelvis, to the right side of the back, and the right side of the muscles running up and down the spine. Allow the right hip, the right glutes, the right side of the pelvis, the right side of the back, and the muscles running along the right side of the spine to completely relax. Breathe. The right hips, the right glutes, the right side of the pelvis, the right side of the back, the muscles running along the right side of the spine are completely relaxed. We come now to the right shoulder, to the right biceps, to the right triceps, to the right elbow, to the right forearm, the right wrist, the palm of the right hand, the right thumb, and the right fingers. Allow the right shoulder, the right biceps, the right triceps, the right elbow, the right forearm, the right wrist, the right thumb, the right palm, and the right fingers to completely relax. Breathe. the right shoulder, the right biceps, the right triceps, the right elbow, the right forearm, the right wrist, the right thumb, the right palm, and the right fingers are completely relaxed. Let's move our attention now to the right side of the neck, the right side of the head, and the right side of the face. Allow the right side of the neck, the right side of the head, the right side of the face to completely relax. Breathe. The right side of the neck, the right side of the head, and the right side of the face is completely relaxed. Move to the right side of the throat, the right side of the chest, the right side of the ribs, the right side of the belly, and the right side of the lower belly. Allow the right side of the throat, the right side of the ribs, the right side of the chest, the right side of the belly, and the right side of the lower belly to completely relax. Breathe. The right side, the right shoulder, the right side of the chest, the right side of the ribs, the right side of the belly, and the right side of the lower belly are completely relaxed. Move now to the left side of the belly, the left side of the lower belly, the left side of the chest, the left side of the ribs, and the left side of the throat. Allow the left side of the lower belly, the left side of the belly, the left side of the ribs, the left side of the chest, and the left shoulder to completely relax. Breathe. The left side of the belly, the left side of the lower belly, the left side of the ribs, the left side of the chest, and the left shoulder are completely relaxed. Come now to the left shoulder, the left biceps, the left triceps, the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist, the left thumb, and the left palm, and the left fingers. Allow the left shoulder, the left bicep, the left tricep, the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist, the left thumb, the left palm, and the left fingers to completely relax. Breathe. The left shoulder, the left biceps, the left triceps, the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist, the left thumb, the left palm, and the left fingers are completely relaxed. Moving on to the left back, to the muscles supporting the spine on the left side, to the left hip, the left sacrum, and the left glutes. Allow the back of the left shoulder, the back of the left ribs, the left back, the muscles supporting the spine on the left side, the left pelvis, the left glutes, and the left hip to completely relax. Breathe. The left shoulder blade, the left back ribs, the left the muscles supporting the left side of the spine, the left glutes, the left hips, the left pelvis are completely relaxed. Moving along to the left thigh, to the left hamstrings, the left quads, the left knee, the left kneecap, the left shin, and the left calf. Allow the left thigh, the left hamstrings, the left quads, the left kneecap, the left knee, the left shin, and the left calf to completely relax. Breathe. The left thigh, the left hamstrings, the left quads, the left knee, the left kneecap, the left shin, and the left calf are completely relaxed. Finally, coming to the left foot, to the left ankle, to the left arch, and the left toes. Allow the left foot, the left heel, the left arch, and the left toes to completely relax. Breathe. The left ankle, the left heel, the left arch, and the left toes are completely relaxed. Having covered the whole body, allow the whole body to completely relax. Breathe. The whole body is completely relaxed. Now let's begin to deepen the breath, bring movement back to the body. Slide ourselves forward to the front of our chair. Find our seated mountain pose. Inhale the arms overhead. Draw the hands back to heart center and thank ourselves for the time we make each week for this practice, for the sharing of our practice amongst each other. And thank you to each and every one of you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Thank you so much. Namaste.
And all the